What up, beautiful people? I hope you're doing fantastic, and we are here today to talk about the best strategy, in my opinion, if you want to use it in Clan War League. And I'm testing into the Electro Dragon 33. I will be testing it with modifier, but trust me, once you see it and how easy it goes on with most of the bases. I did a video about 10 days ago, and since then I did a third week in a row with perfect attacks. My problem is my defenses. I am getting shafted, like I shafted hard in defense, like 2 defenses a week maybe. And I always get my little fail here. As you can see, my moral was absolutely crushed. I don't know about you, tell me, do you successfully have a perfect week? In my case, I always fail one attack, and it's most of the time either the first one or the last one. I don't know what's going on with my brain, but when it's the first and the last one, I know like my chance of failing is way above like normal, even if I'm facing a pretty easy base. This being said, I just want to encourage you, if you want to join our clan, we're recruiting at the moment. We want Tunnel 15 and up, because simply I was wanting to accept more people from other clans, but the limit is 50 players, and Clan War League is demanding higher town halls now. So if you're Tunnel 15 and above, you are more than welcome. If you're daily active and you want to do all of your attacks, it's the same thing here. We are pretty much maxing out any type of events of day 1. This being said, let's jump into the strategy I am using. And yes, I know you're gonna kind of insult me when I show it to you. You have the monolith arrow, so you will need some ores, and in this economy it is pretty sketchy. All of this being said, let me show you the army. So you're gonna have the queen walk portion of the army. So it's gonna be the queen with the equipment, the monolith arrow, and the giant figure with the little unicorn to heal her with 3 healers. Then the rest of the army is pretty easy. It's gonna be 4 healers, 1 balloon, 1 ice golem, the warden apprentice, 6 super yetis, and 2 little minions. You can replace them with 4 archers. They're really here only for cleanup. The heroes, we're gonna be using the king with the earthquake boots, the spiky ball. I really like the mighty yak on it to break that first wall so they can go deeper. On the warden, I'm gonna be using the eternal tome and the rage gem with sneezy if available. In my case, I just did a video how I was complaining about him not being available, so if he's not available, just use frosty. Sneezy is better though, I will not lie to you. And then on the Dragon Duke, you will need, well, it kind of depends what strategy you're going after. If you go with my strategy, if you with the backpack, the Fireheart is absolutely a staple, you cannot go without it. But you can go either backpack or Electro Fangs. I did not level up Electro Fangs, so I am using the strategy with the backpack. You're gonna go with Diggy if you're using the backpack, and if you're using Electro Fangs, you can either go with the Scavenger Raven or the Phoenix here. This being said, so you can kind of look around what equipment you have maxed, what you don't have maxed, and this will help you. For spells, we're gonna have 1 revive spell, just because sometimes you're gonna have either your archer queen dying too soon, maybe sometimes your dragon duke is dying too soon, so you just res him and it will help for the end of the attack. But I won't lie to you, the army is strong enough that most of the time you're gonna end up with him in the pocket. Then you're gonna be using 1 totem spells, 2 overgrowth, and 4 free spells. Really important to have those. You will need to align to funnel all of that. And in your clan castle is going to be pretty simple clan castle. If you want, you can get rid of the minion here. Is going to be a bit faster for your ice golem to deploy. If not, you're going to be putting 1 super balloon, 3 ice golem. You're going to be taking, very important here, 1 totem spell, 1 poison spell, and 1 recall spell. If you're not having the recall spell like me, my recall spell is low level, so you absolutely need it. Where is my Here is my recall spell. It's too low level to recall my queen with 3 healers, so and the pet. So this is why I use it in my clan castle. If you have your recall spell higher than mine, so this means if it's level 5, I think it's fine, or if it's level 6, it's surely fine. You will be able to swap one, maybe the revive spell in your clan castle. You choose what you want. This being said, this is the army, and also, yeah, one of the most important things, you absolutely need the troop launcher as your machine. This is the army. You can copy it, I think, in the description if I find a way. If not, join the clan and ask for it. I can maybe share it. I'm not that good with all of that. This being said, it's time now to show you a couple of replays, and what best than some of my ranked attacks. So let's start with this replay, and if you're looking at this base, you really need a good funnel. One thing I really like is going facing some fire spitter, usually more 1 than 2, or when there's a big core like this one, maybe face it so I can just overgrowth it until all the base is cooked, and then I can just focus on it with the free spell. This being said, this base is going to be pretty easy. I'm gonna just funnel here on the top. As you can see here, you always drop the queen, and then you will drop 3 healers instantly. Let's just fast forward so I actually do it, and here you go. So the archer queen with the most of the defenses, you will be fine. If you have a ricochet cannon or X-bows hitting you from far away, you might need 4 healers on your queen walk, but if not, most of the time 3 healers with the unicorn is more than plenty. This being said, you will need to spend about 30 to 40 seconds at most per your queen walk. As you can see here, the moment this area is cleaned, I really don't need it. I will go from the other side. I will be able to drop my queen, and I know that my army is gonna go absolutely in the middle here. There's no way else to go. You always drop your super yetis. You actually drop your ice golem, then your super yetis, then your king. You never drop your king, your super yetis, or the apprentice first. You drop the ice golem, the super yetis, then the apprentice warden, and then the healers. Never the other way around. As you can see here, this is a pretty heavy core. When there's so much like close together, you use some free spells. Use free spells on your either monolith or any AoE heavy area. Like here, there was 3 inferno towers. You just destroy them. In other cases, if there's a monolith shooting your giant or your dragon duke, you're gonna be using some free spells. And here, as soon as troops get out of the clan castle, you will use your poison on them. And as you can see here, freezing the monoliths made my super giant or my giant survive for way longer than expected. Usually, once your first overgrowth ends, your army is gonna be deep into that like area. You can pop your warden ability, which will completely save it like most of the damage. Once this is done, as you can see here, there's not that much left, and even so, 2 of my heroes are dead. I will still hold back my revive. For my dragon duke, I really rarely revive anything else but my dragon duke, maybe sometimes the warden, but that's it. And as you can see here, the defenses left are getting absolutely overwhelmed by the ice golem launched by the troop launcher, by my free spell, and by all of the army that's getting healed. And as you can see here, even if though it looks kind of close, I only have my king dead and most of my super yetis are alive, and I still have 3 ice golem. This attack went very well. This is the type of base I see a lot of people struggle a lot, either doing a lot in the beginning and struggling so they actually like get destroyed and do like a 1 star, like 30%, or you see a lot of the opposite, doing something like 94% but not getting the tunnel. My little trick here for you would be, you kind of ignore like the town hall. You never need to consider the town hall as being an important like building. Is just a passive building. What's more important is killing the Gordon on top of it. I'm gonna start as usual my little funnel here. I don't need a huge funnel, so once my funnel is set, I will just recall my queen, drop on the other side, and I'll start funneling. Here, as you can see, there's not a lot of defenses on the backbone. Everything is really heavily concentrated in the middle, and I have a really easy path here going from this little blacksmith to the middle. So you drop your ice golem first, you drop your super yetis, the healer, the balloon, and the warden apprentice. Then you drop your king, so he's gonna be behind. And here a little trick for the bases like that: if you drop one little overgrowth and you let your dragon duke take care, he will most likely destroy the Guardian and the town hall and all this area by himself. He just cannot deal with monolith and the revenge tower, but if you overgrow them, you're gonna be more than fine. The rest is against a base like that. Once all of the ice golems start like breaking, as you can see, the base is struggling, and here I will overgrow a second time the core, the revenge tower, and the monolith, and I will be keeping my my freeze spell and my totem for them. The totem spell is more likely getting used against the monolith, the revenge tower, but often enough I use them on anti-air defense when they're targeting and they're not getting destroyed, so they're gonna destroy my healers, or when my dragon duke is left alone. And as you can see here, this base got pretty easily destroyed, even though kind of a lot of the army died. I still have plenty free spell, revive spell. I just used them by the end of the... I don't know if I used them, but clearly did not need it. And once again, most of my super yetis are alive and most of my heroes are alive. The last but not the least, this is one really important thing. If you have a logger or a long shot is harder to get, but a logger or the other one, the splash one, your archer queen walk can be very useful of taking him down. If you see that both of them are gonna crash and start fighting, I will strongly advise you to actually support your queen so she can kill her. As you can see here, there was a lot of damage. A super wizard tower can really melt your queen. With the X-bow shooting at her and maybe in range of this scatter shot, it is dangerous. This is why I dropped 4 healers on her. And one of the most important thing with this strategy, if you're in the beginning of the attack like that and you're facing the logger here, you have some defenses shooting and you want to support your queen, do not use free spells or overgrowth. Maybe on some really rare occasion, but 99% of the time you will gain more value by putting a totem spell. This will give plenty of time to the queen to adjust herself and kill it. If you put a free spell, most of the time you will not gain all the effect because the free spell will run out and then you're gonna be stuck using a second spell. And even though most of the attacks we end with some spare spells, you don't want to waste any because you never know how one of the army can go bad. Here we do the same. You drop your ice golem, super yetis, you drop in the back the king, so he's gonna be able to destroy the first wall and then open up the base. This is the type of base where, as you can see here, I sent my dragon duke alone, and to spare him or let him do his job, I will overgrowth here the monolith, and by the time this overgrowth is gonna be done, the dragon duke should not be in range of the monolith anymore, so it's gonna be a pretty easy base by the time this overgrowth is finished. Always keep in mind that you need to have your poison spell ready for this. Here I have a pretty bad scenario where I cannot overgrow the revenge tower and the monolith, and it's gonna be maybe in range to destroy my queen and my giant. This being said, you do not panic. I overgrowth here just so the revenge tower stops hitting me, and then my queen goes into the monolith. So I don't know if that was the right call. Maybe I should have overgrowth in the back here. It's safe to say that either ways we are gonna be fine. And as you can see here, not much defenses are already left. I still have 2 freezes and 1 totem spell, so I will be using them, because if the worst case scenario you can have is the revenge tower shooting at your healers, because it's gonna absolutely melt them. So this is one thing you absolutely don't want to, so you just take care of it. The moment this is destroyed, there's absolutely no chance, and as you can see here, the base is once again completely destroyed. I hope this video kind of shows you how to use the strategies. I see a lot of people hating on the mallet arrow, but I see some people using it, and the people who use it, it is really a game changer. The little walk in the beginning, and then with all of the super yetis, absolutely fantastic strategy. The second video I'm making on this strategy. Hopefully it's not like my last strategy I showed you guys with the dragons, where it got nerfed the next week. Hopefully this one lives a little longer. If not the case, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you have any tips and tricks or things to change about this strategy, let me know in the comment, and well, leave a like or whatever YouTubers should say. I don't know, join the clan if you wanna have some serious war. Thank you for watching. See you soon.